Welcome to the Disruptive Diamond. I'm Anders, I'm founder of Openly Disruptive. We're all about helping people do disruptive innovation, so how to understand how technology, culture, and commerce coming together and all the changes that are going on right now, how do we think about the future. So thanks for being with us today. We've got a great crowd.
Yeah, say a few words.
Thank you for our sponsors.
So Steve can answer a lot of questions, but we are locally based here. Headquarters are out of Detroit, Michigan. We have an office out in St. Peters. That's really far west for those of you that live in the city, because I live in the city. But we have both the FDM products, which is the old Stratasys umbrella. Now underneath the Stratasys umbrella is fused deposition, which is the machine that you see here, which is a true thermoplastic machine. And the object, which is the polyjet technology. Some of you might have heard of that. So Brian is going to be the expert from Stratasys and certainly answer all the technical questions, but any questions you guys have, certainly feel free to come up, ask. Please take a look at the machine. There are some goodies on the table for you. If you didn't get the exact one you wanted, maybe we have some others left, but also we want to pick you about little trinkets and stuff. So certainly thank you guys for coming. We appreciate it. The awareness is growing with this technology. I'm certainly blessed to be able to have two young kids at home, so to be able to support them with this technology is incredible, and it's growing, and we're just kind of at the precipice, although it's been around for almost 25 years. Any questions you have, let us know. Myself or Steve can probably answer. I don't know where he went. He's 3D printing something, which is good. So thank you guys very much for coming. We appreciate your time. Enjoy lunch, and certainly hope you guys get a lot more knowledge walking up than when you came in.
And Josh, you guys are able to stick around for a little bit afterwards if people have questions.
Yeah. We walked out most of the day.
So people want to get a hold of you. There's things, right?
That's right. That's right. You can call me any time of night. Except not past 10 o'clock. I have the 10 home, so I'm up in between 2 and 4 here. Thank you, guys.
All right. Well, thanks again.
You're welcome.
And if you've never seen 3D printing and you've only ever seen the hobby version of it or whatever, take a look at the equipment that they brought. You know, it's Stratasys equipment, obviously. But take a look at what they brought and what the capabilities are, and the kinds of things that you can produce, and talk to them a little bit, because we really are at this interesting point where it's changing how we think about producing things. Thank you very much to the Fisher Unitech guys, to Steve and Josh for being here. Make sure you talk to Steve. And if you've never seen 3D printing,
Way better. Look at that. Half the glare went away. That's pretty good. That's enough for you to be in there, showing some people around and doing some stuff. Gives a sense of scale.
You got some gadgets here.
I got a lot going on. This kind of thing ain't right.
You do everything through your Mac?
The two Macs. One is recording and streaming, the other is principally switching.
Oh, cool. So you're streaming this?
Yeah. And of course, we've got 4 cameras and I work a lot. This is actually, I said it's
Yeah.
usually I'm working with 12 cameras, but we have 40 guys and 2 semis full of production.
A lot of radio.
Yeah, a lot of radio, exactly. Many chiefs, not many Indians.
So what's the last one? Which one? That's your? Yeah. Cool stuff.
I always get put in on the topic as much as talking about like top 10 markets.
are going on in the area, take a look at some of those things, because you understand our area developers, so there's people that are doing 3D printing to actually print architecture, and actually making some very organic and really crazy architecture. To people in Missouri, you may not know it, but bioprinting actually has, Mizzou has done a lot of work in it. There's a company that got launched out of technology out of Mizzou that's now called Organova, and they actually are printing tissues that for medical research, so you don't have to do live animal testing anymore. That same technology, there's a company that's called Modern Meadow, and they are the first meat and leather company that's ever been approved by PETA. And that's because they are going to print, starting with leather and then eventually to meat, print those tissues that we use, that we call muscle and skin. Why is that significant? It turns out that in that world, leather and meat are extremely resource-hungry things to have, and that's a very inefficient way to get protein. And if you could get the same thing, so some very cutting-edge things, and that's based in Columbia, Missouri, of all places. So there's a lot of interesting things if you take a look at it. I don't think you're going to talk about printing meat. Are you really? No. No. So Aaron's not going to talk about it. So if you're still eating your sandwich or your wrap, I apologize. But, and then make sure, once again, thank you very much to the Fisher Unitech guys, to Steve and Josh for being here. Make sure you talk to Steve. Thank you. And if you've never seen 3D printing, or you've only ever seen the hobby version of it or whatever, take a look at the equipment that they brought. It's Stratus equipment, obviously. But take a look at what they brought and what the capabilities are, and the kinds of things that you can produce, and talk to them a little bit, because we really are at this interesting point where it's changing how we think about producing things. What Aaron is going to talk about is Aaron is a doctoral student at Missouri Science and Technology, and at the same time he thinks of himself as an entrepreneur. And so he's helping create kind of this next generation additive manufacturing equipment to do some really fantastic high temperature, very exotic